Hi planner pals, drilling junkies and stationery lovers, welcome to another video. You're probably here because you're curious about fountain pens, just starting to use fountain pens, or you're a long-time collector. I want to share with you my fountain pen collection, so far at least, but more importantly, the surprising places that I got them and their prices, so stay tuned. Let's dive into these pens by color. I'm going to start off with my pinks and browns. So these are my 3 pink fountain pens thus far. I got all of them on AliExpress, believe it or not. Now, I feel like AliExpress is probably the most underrated place for pens. I know we typically hear about websites like Jet Pens, Goulet Pens, and so on, but you know what? I already get so many of my bits and bobs in the stationery world from AliExpress, so I just sometimes decide to search and see what's in there, and when I do get the results, I'm amazed. I've realized that a lot of our most popular fountain pens out there is a dupe or two from AliExpress that is equal to the real, quote-unquote, real thing. But that's beside the point. I got these on AliExpress and they have not disappointed at all. My preferred nib is 1.1 or 1.5, and these are all, I believe this one is what you would call a fine nib, which I'm okay with because somebody in the review said that it writes like a medium and that's why I bought it. This one is also a 1.0 or maybe 0.7. So these are my 3 pink pens from AliExpress. These were no more than 10 US dollars each. I bought them at different times, but the prices are amazing and no kidding, they write beautifully, don't skip at all. I'm very impressed. All of my pens have, I can't remember what these are called, but it's the filling design where you can pull ink from a bottle. I really don't remember the name. I'm so sorry. And so they do not take direct cartridges. They're all this sort of wind up type of ink depositor, and then this one is different because it fills the entire listen. I don't know what it's called. All I know is that it works for me specifically because I use bottled inks for the most part, so these options for filling the inks are perfect. These pens do not take traditional cartridges where you just puncture it and it doesn't work like that. Up next, we have the 2 browns that I own. I consider this a brown. I mean, I know it's more of it looks more red, but I would group it in the brown world. This is one of my latest purchases, again from AliExpress. If you notice, it's a different color family but same design. I loved this design so much that I went back to get other colors. You'll see what I mean. This one is a 1.5. One of my favorite nib sizes, and I will recommend if you are into fountain pen calligraphy, not just heading to AliExpress, but heading to AliExpress for their 1.1, 1.5, 1.7 and up nib sizes. They will not disappoint if you're trying to write calligraphy style. I use these specifically when I want that calligraphy type look because the nibs are broad and amazing ink depository on a page. So my 2 browns, I love these so much. They look so classy and classic, especially this one. I have some black ink in here that I will be using for like signing documents and that type of thing. I love it so much. Up next we have my greens. Like I said, I have been collecting quite a bit of this design because I love it so much. Don't be surprised if in a few months I pop up to tell you that I have all the colors because I love them. There's so something about this look. I can't get over it. They're just beautiful just to look at. Anyway, my two greens. I do want to get a lot more green pens because I love the look of a green fountain pen. These again were no more than 10 USD. Budget friendly but work beautifully. I'm not exaggerating when I tell you these pens work like a charm. They have never skipped, but I will show you the one pen that I own that skipped a lot. I'm going to throw it away because that one did disappoint me, but these, all the others, just perfect. And I'm not just saying that for the video. These pens, I am amazed at how they work. Up next, we have my black and transparent pens. This is ink on my finger, by the way. Just ignore it. This is actually my very first more mid-end, mid-range priced pen. It is a cross. It may not be expensive for some, but in my currency, where I live, it converts to quite a bit. This is a cross pen. Cross is one of the more widely known pen makers, fountain pen makers. And then this is an off-brand calligraphy fountain pen that I found at a little stationery store. Came with different cartridges, came with different nibs, which I absolutely adored. And of course I gravitated towards the thicker nibs because I like thicker writing and I like calligraphy writing. So this is more of an off-brand one. It cost me about 6 USD. And then onto my two transparent pens. Not crazy about them, but I do like the transparent look. I must say it's different for a pen. You know, some things just look good in a transparent form. This one I got from Five Below. It came in a set with actually two more fountain pens that I can't find for the life of me. And this is the only one that I still have to this day. And these are the pens that take the traditional cartridge form. Not a fan, but I do find cartridges occasionally that I like, so this pen would be good for that. I keep it around just because it takes a traditional form of inking, quote unquote inking. So yeah, it has a blue cartridge in here right now, and I use it occasionally, not a lot. And then this one, I also got this at a little stationery store that I discovered. And let me tell you all, if you ever come across little shops that have a bit of something that you enjoy, like stationery and paper products and things, it's worth checking them out, because I would not have known this particular store sells these until I walked around and I just looked at every little thing, and I found a lot of unique looking stationery and unique fountain pens, and I said, wow, I never knew you all sold these. So check in your little hole in the wall stationery stores and you'll be surprised at what you find. This one cost me, no kidding, the equivalent of between $3 to $4 US. It also writes well, and it also is filled by a very unique way. So you open this up at the bottom, you again, don't remember what it's called, please don't come for me in the comments. And then you fill it up with your ink, your bottled ink, this way, as you can see. I'll put it somewhere on the screen if I remember what it's called. I promise you, I'll look it up. Please don't crucify me in the comments. So, I like these options for filling ink. I do. I'm very impressed by them. And yeah, all of these pens have served me very, 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 very well. I now have a collection of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pens that I'm in love with. I use for different things. In a separate video, I will share the inks that I use, and that's a much smaller collection on its own. But for now, these are my favorite pens, and they are all, except for the cross, 10 out of these 11 under $10. No kidding. And they write like a charm, like a dream. They do not disappoint. The one pen that has disappointed me is this pen. I believe this is a dupe for, it's called the Jinhao brand, but it looks like a dupe for what you would call like a I can't remember the name, but it's a dupe. It looks like a dupe for one of those other popular starter fountain pens. This is a 1.9 nib and it skips like crazy. Not into it. No matter what I do, it does not work well, and I may throw this away. It also fills up this way, and I'm just frustrated with it, so it may go to the bin, to be honest. This one disappointed me. These, in love, budget friendly, no complaints whatsoever, never skipped a day in its use, and I'm so happy with them. So I would encourage you, head to AliExpress. I'm not even kidding when I tell you there are options, there are endless options, from very affordable to the more expensive range. There is something on every end of the spectrum that you will enjoy. I just happen to like the less expensive ones because you know what? Right now I'm kind of still in the exploring phase of fountain pens. The last time I used a fountain pen, I was in primary school, and under the British school system, we had to use fountain pens for penmanship class. And back then, you just grabbed whatever fountain pen you had, whatever fountain pen was available at the bookstore when your parents went to get your school books, and it didn't really matter what it looked like. But now, in this world of fountain pens, I am just overwhelmed by the beauty, the aesthetics, the just gorgeousness of these pens. This will not be the last of my fountain pen collection. You will be seeing more videos. You'll be seeing more of my collection in the coming few months. I promise you, and I know myself, I will be getting more. But thank you so much for watching. Say hi and bye to my disappointment. And I really hope you enjoyed the collection. Stay tuned for my inks, which will be in another video. Bye.